When you think of disability in sport, would you think of a blind lady ice skating? Or maybe even people in wheelchairs coming literally head to head in competition? I've gone on a journey to experience a day in the life of disabled people in sport. What we don't realise is that in some cases people with disability can be more talented than able-bodied athletes. They have to adapt their bodies in ways that able bodies would never imagine, something I will experience and try to do for myself. I spent my Sunday afternoon playing wheelchair rugby with the Dorset Destroyers, and let's just say their name fits the team very well. It seems that the aim of the game is to have the most powerful crash and to see who can knock their friend out of a wheelchair first. And here, able-bodied rugby players are labelled as the weak ones. My time with them opened my eyes as to how talented and positive these people are. It's safe to say they don't let their disability get in the way of what they love doing the most.
Yeah, I've got an incomplete spinal cord injury. I had an accident while paragliding 4 years ago. Day-to-day life, well, I can't go walking, and it varies really. Some mornings I wake up and I feel a bit crap, so I do very little. This last week, because it's been so cold, I haven't been able to go out for very long. But apart from that, I count my blessings.
Dave is clearly a very happy man, and he admits that is primarily down to the sports he plays. He's shown me that he doesn't let his disability get him down. I had a go at wheelchair rugby myself to get an idea of how they play the sport. It goes without saying that it's the most difficult sport I've ever had to play. The amount of upper body strength it takes is remarkable.
They're going to let me play the game. They're playing it again in a couple of minutes, so I'm going to give it a go. Probably embarrass myself.
My arms are killing me, like it's so difficult to keep up. I literally can't keep up with them. My arms are like aching like mad. And my feet, like, the blood just stopped. The circulation in my feet is just like painful. There's no way I could play that all the time. I don't know how they do it, literally. So difficult. This is Barbara. She is a very inspirational woman who most definitely does not let the fact that she is blind get in the way of doing fun, active sports. And she fancied a challenge, so took me down to the rink so we could get our skates on.
There's only one of me. If there were a big gang of us, obviously people would get to know. Because, as I say, although I help at the Blind Society, I suppose I'm a bit more confident and more active than a lot of them. But I would encourage other visually impaired people to get on with the ink on the ice and have a go. It's frustrating in that I am sporty, but I'm lucky in that we live in the times that people, like people at the rink here, accept the fact that as long as I'm safe, they encourage.
So I feel like there's ways of getting around.
Yeah, you've got to be a little bit pushy sometimes. You've got to make yourself known. Nobody will come and knock on your door, so you've got to get out there and say, hello, I'm here, can you help me?
Yeah.
And sometimes it takes a lot of courage to do that.
Okay, so I'm about to go ice skating with my eyes closed to get an idea of how Barbara's experiencing it. Wish me luck.
I massively struggled to keep my balance whilst blind ice skating, and my arms were flying all over the place. It's very difficult not being able to see what's going on around you and having to put complete trust into whoever is guiding you.
I'm finding it really hard with my eyes closed. I have no spatial awareness. I don't know what's in front of me, where I'm heading.
Obviously, this is a very resilient woman who doesn't let others define her by her disability. After meeting so many wonderful people during my experience, I wanted to get an expert perspective. Dr. Bryce Dyer told me the ins and outs of the designing and making of prosthetic limbs.
Most of my work here is with the design and creation of prosthetic limbs that are made for athletes, that are elite athletes that compete at major tournaments. I mean, at the elite level, obviously, we talk something like the Paralympic Games, the impact obviously is only affecting maybe only a small number, a handful of people, but in real terms, the difference it can actually make on their performance is actually quite large. It can be the difference between winning a medal or not, as was proven this year in Rio, so it was pretty cool. I mean, the biggest problem is comfort, in that they can't wear them for very long. They're designed for performance, not necessarily for having a pleasant experience, so they don't have to take them off as soon as they've used them. It can create quite a lot of wear and tear on the human body, and they can be quite fatiguing as well. So it's really where it wouldn't be any good for anyone other than someone who's completely focused on their sport and that particular event for a very small period of time.
Is there anything that I can try out? I really want to experience it.
Yeah, I mean, what we have is these are kids' jump shoes basically, which I used in the early days of my research to help simulate what it was like to wear a prosthetic limb myself and get a bit of a feel for what the issues were when you used to run with them.
So Bryce has given me the shoes to try out at home so I can experience what it feels like for a disabled person with prosthetic limbs. So I'm going to get them on now, see what they're like.
After trying them out myself, I realised that they are most definitely not made for comfort. After 10 minutes of walking around, my feet and ankles were in agony, so I can't imagine what it would be like to run long distances.
I applaud the athletes for actually wearing these and winning races and doing all sorts of sports in them, because I mean, I've been walking in them for about 10 minutes and my legs are already starting to hurt, so I can't imagine the pain that they must go through. And it's upsetting that that's what they have to go through in order to do the sports that able-bodied people can do.
My ability is stronger than my disability.
My ability is stronger than my disability.
And now I can see that people's abilities are definitely stronger than their disabilities.